Hey guys, welcome to my humble abode. This is my 1985 U-Haul CT-13 camper. I bought it in 2019 right before the pandemic started. I got pretty lucky. I wanted to take some time today. I hate doing YouTube videos, but I wanted to make one to show you the inside of my camper and give you the tour. So let's go. So let's take a look at the inside, shall we? We've got my air conditioning unit here. It's got the input output airflow here, and then right behind the door here. You just have to unscrew those caps. We've got a little storage space here. We've got the cat litter there. I built out the bunk. My dad helped me get that all set up. We had all the original parts. So this has become Rupert's space. It used to be a couch. Now it's the bunk so that he can have his own little private space that he enjoys up there. That way he feels special. I don't know. He's a cat. We do what we can. Right here we've got my porta potty, my water storage. I've got the original ice box still, which houses all the dog treats and spices and, you know, stuff for cooking, and a little bit of a pantry area. Got the original stove, propane. I cook quite a few meals here. Usually daily I'm cooking something on here, so it's very convenient, very awesome to have. And I love original, so I kept all the decals, everything, you know, from 1985. So, and then pantry storage, don't judge me. And then we've got toiletries. I accidentally burnt this with a buddy heater in Colorado. Long story, or no, it was Utah. Anywho, and then we've just got our original sink. We've got the original sink pump here. And I never used the sink actually because I don't have a gray water tank. You just have to put a bucket underneath to catch the dirty water, and that's not something I really feel like doing. So we try to minimize how much gray water we have to start with, and we stay pretty green while we're on the road. Let's see here. Got the bed area. This is a table conversion, so we leave it as the bed usually. And then underneath here we've got a foam mattress that I built. So I made it the way I wanted it, and it's got like 3 different layers of foam. But it works great. It's super comfy for me. And then under here I basically have my garage. And I have 4 bins about this size. So we can store quite a bit underneath. Like one I have is like arts and crafts, the other one I have is shoes and like bathing suit, which is this one, and then I have like pants and shirts and all sorts of stuff stored under there. And moving away from the bed, we've got another storage cabinet here. This is where I keep all my pots and pans. It gets jostled around while we're on the road. We've got a bouncy little camper here. Down here is where the old propane heater used to be. We took that out, and my dad geniusly engineered everything for me here, and I will try to do my best to explain some of it. But down in here I have an emergency shutoff breaker. I can shut off everything to the camper, and it can still charge the camper. So it's like a one-way flow there. I don't know how any of that works. This can shut my carbon monoxide detector on and off if it does go off, because it scares the animals. He thought of everything. So there's my little carbon monoxide detector down there. We've got Bluetooth speakers here, a microphone there, and an antenna, more speakers over here. So it's kind of like surround sound for this little tiny thing. And then we've also got the little radio here that can hook up to like Spotify or whatever you've got, Pandora, whatever it is. My solar controllers here. So I can see everything, how much sun I've got coming in, how much it's saving, all that good stuff. My dad is a little bit USB crazy, so I have like 10 USB ports. I've got 2 right here. I've got some more underneath my solar controller. I've got a 12-volt plug-in here if I need it. More USB ports over here in the bed, by the foot of the bed. I've also got another way to check my charge, just for backup. Right here I've got more USB ports, 2 more plugins, one for my cell phone, and then one that usually runs Rupert's solar blanket. He's not spoiled. This turns my radio on and off, so I can just turn my radio on and off there. And then I've got my max fan up here. So he even has an emergency shut-off valve there for my max fan. The motor's been having a few little issues, so it's been causing some problems like opening and closing. It's a little tricky right now, but I'll fix it when we get back. I also have the lights. I didn't even talk about the lights, but everything can run off the solar. Everything still works. I mean, this camper's amazing. I love it. One more feature that I forgot to point out. So I have these little cutouts, these inserts for every window. And when we're like in a hot desert, dry climate, all you have to do is like pop those on the window shade to like keep all the sun from coming in. And it reflects a lot of the heat. So we can actually stay pretty cool in the camper with the max fan running and the windows blocked and the windows open to circulate all the air. But I mean, with the fiberglass, it reflects a lot of heat. So I mean, it's been pretty cozy in here, and we've been able to make it work. So let's check out the outside real quick. We've got the original camper decals, the U-Haul. This was the output for the heat vent that we took out, the propane heat, just because it scared me a little bit. Let's see. We also have some stabilizers down here that are really cool. They actually fold down pretty easily. I just didn't do it before I set up here. I didn't know how long I was going to stay and ended up staying a little bit longer. So I try not to just fully set up if I'm only going to be here for a little bit. Still got a lot of the original lights. You can see my solar up there. Give you a little bit of a better perspective. That little solar panel is my 50 watt. I've got my max fan. Still some original decals. And then this is hookup for when you do have electric and water to hook into. So that's where all that goes. I have never used my water tank, and it's a good thing because when I've been out west, it's dropped down to 20 degrees and I don't want to freeze everything. So that's where my hood fan is in the camper. So that's, if you're boiling water, you can turn that on to suck out the propane air, and that way you're not breathing in all that gas. Wastewater drain, and then that's right below the sink. There's a little hose that runs down and it drips in there. And then let's see, we got my propane up front, and there's a cat in the window. But that's about it. I mean, standard hitch hookup, you know, all that good stuff. But I mean, this camper's been awesome. I'm very fortunate, very blessed to have accidentally stumbled on this on Facebook Marketplace 4 years ago. All right, guys, thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with us today and take a look around my CT-13 U-Haul 1985 vintage camper. Very sturdily built, very awesome little camper. I did forget to mention the weight. It's 1,200 pounds dry, and my Honda CR-V two-wheel drive 4-cylinder vehicle can tow it. We have had the pucker factor driving up some steep mountains or, you know, against some heavy winds, but we've always made it. So, yeah. It's a pretty cool little camper, very sturdy built, made for rentals, and I'm glad they sold them out because I have one. Anywho, if you have any other questions or if there's anything else that you'd like to know, please drop a line below. I will make more YouTube videos. I hate it, but I will do it just for you. If there's something that you absolutely want to see. And we boondock, and I do have a dog and a cat, so there's a lot that I can share with you if you have questions. Anywho, if you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe, and that helps with the algorithm somehow and helps me out. I don't know anything about any of this stuff, but I do hope to see y'all down the road, and hope y'all have a fantastic, fantastic day.